people less personable and feel less connected to the next human being. So when the Lord said that everything will be automated, he's talking, but I'm hearing the AI talking. And I hear the AI say to me, "How are you feeling today, Celestial?" That's how they sound. They sound like nothing because they are nothing. They don't have feelings. They will be made to greatly mimic human feelings. Satan can mimic everything about us, and you will need the discernment of the Lord to know what is really us and what is mimicry. So that's just for free. If you can't even discern true prophecy from false prophecy, no idea how you're going to be able to know, for instance, that these other beings that wear human sleeves and that can cry on demand and just say, "Jeffrey, you don't love me," and you don't even know that you're dating something that's not real, but it can cry like a real woman and do everything that a real woman can do, and yet you are dating an undead. You don't know. If you don't know about those things, there's information on this channel about it. You just have to check the old videos. So I saw a scene, and I've seen this scene several times before. I was with the AI having my weekly wellness check. I do not know if these wellness checks will be every day, every week, but I was having the wellness checks because in the New World Order, you're going to have these wellness checks. And I was sitting on a very expensive looking sofa, and I'd taken time off from work to come and have my mandatory counseling session. And I was very angry about having to be there. So I wasn't angry about a particular thing. I was angry about living in a place where I have to check in with an AI so that it can check my mental peace and my human wellness. And understand this word wellness, it will pop up a lot in the future. They will be doing things that they have no right to do. They have no right to be so invasive to human beings, but they will tell you it's for the greater good. You will hear phrases like the greater good. You will hear phrases like for human wellness and for human equilibrium. You will hear these things in this new world system a lot. So I'm sitting on this couch and I was angry at being there, but here is what I was saying about self-control. I did not show it. So I was able not to show anything in my mood or my general demeanor that would make this AI able to perceive that Celestial is angry. And I didn't show it because the computer that I was sitting in front of was able to detect tiny changes in mood, in body temperature, in body language, and my facial expression. There are a lot of startups that are coming up and saying, "Oh no, we're industry disruptors. We're working on facial recognition tech to keep the airports safer. We will pick up the terrorists by looking at the face, and we will know who's a terrorist by their mood and by their body temperature. If they're too hot, we might think, this person is nervous." And we look at it and we're allowing this to go on, and we don't know that they're actually building this tech for the world that is going to highly depend on reading us this way. This computer could pick up mood, body temperature, body language, facial expression, and many other things that we as natural human beings, we can pick up on that because God has given it to us as part of our inbuilt mechanism. And so I knew that if this computer could pick up that I was angry at being there, automatically it would make a negative report against my name. And so if it made a negative report, it would affect my credit society score. That's what I was calling it in this dream, the credit society score. And the credit society score, which is just the social credit score, is going to be a number that is a general scorecard that will control your life. If it falls low enough, you will be excluded from all natural rights. And when I say natural rights, you have the right to education, you have the right to food, you have the right to housing, you have the right to free speech, you have all these rights. But in this world, exactly as you have seen in 2020 and 2021, these things are going to be somehow taken from you without your knowledge, and then you'll be told, if you do this and if you do that, you can go outside, and if you do this, you can have this right back. But the reason that many people are angry now is because they're thinking, wait, I was born with these rights. These are natural rights. When did I lose these rights? And why do I have to now go and line up for the harm that causes harm before I can do this? Why do I have to line up for the harm that causes harm before I can go to a restaurant or have this right? These are my natural rights. But in that world, all your natural rights will be gone, and the social credit score will determine how many rights you can get back. And if it falls low enough, you will lose those rights. And if it's high enough, you can keep those rights. And so right there, you see the incentive in human beings to keep those rights. People will do anything to keep their score high enough so that they can have those things, which, to tell you the truth, naturally belong to them. This social credit score will either mark you as a model citizen, or you can lose it low enough and be marked as a rebel, because these metrics will cover everything. The Lord said it will cover how you pay your bills and how you perform at work. And these are things you can't control. But your social credit score will also cover how other people feel about you, and whether enough people like you or not, and how they see you. And these are things that you cannot control, but you will still be judged on them because it is your social credit. And so this credit society score, the social credit score, will be the go-to number that determines everything about your life: what job you can apply for, what apartment you can rent, what car you're eligible to drive, and if any upgrades can be added to your account. You've got a medium credit score, you have the money, you want to fly, let's say you want to fly first class, you and your wife, you're going on a honeymoon, you want to fly first class, you've got the money to pay for it, to upgrade your ticket, but your credit society score says that you cannot upgrade because you don't have enough social credit to qualify for the niceness of a privilege like flying first class. And so it will be very stressful living in that world. And people who tend to lose their temper a lot, people who always need to share their opinion, you out there, you know exactly who I'm talking to. You know yourself. You know that people can't say anything, and you pick your battles and be quiet. Maybe because you know more, or maybe because you simply know that it's not worth the effort. You just have to say something. To all you say something people, I feel bad for you, because you are not even going to last 10 minutes in a world where keeping your head on your body will depend on knowing how to control your tongue. Let this be just a free warning to someone out there. And so